All right. Welcome back, everyone. Um, Today's a special day. I am super excited about this game. I've been checking out a lot of games. And the games I've been playing recently have all been games that I'm actually really looking forward to playing in 2026. But this game specifically, I am really looking forward to. I don't know yet when this will come out. It's still in production, and this is the playtest. And I think the playtest ran through December 24th, I think around Christmas time, and ended January 2nd. And so I was fortunate enough to catch wind of it around the time the playtest was announced. I will give you a premise of what the game is about, what the world is about. And for those of you who are fans of Disco Elysium or Pathologic, those type of games, symmetric games, story-driven, complex dialogues, and all those things, you're gonna love this game. And so jumping right in to give you an overview, this is straight from the developers. Glasshouse is an asymmetric turn-based CRPG set in a post-capitalist feudal punk world at the dawn of a terrible world war. Inspired by RPGs such as Disco Elysium and Pathologic, Glasshouse promises an intense narrative role-playing experience punctuated by unforgettable characters, complex dialogue trees, multiple endings, and deep ideological introspections that go beyond the screen. You are Wealdmaer, a deputy head of condominium obsessed with the desire to be remembered as a righteous leader. Stuck in a crime scene from which you cannot escape, you manage the problems of the poor souls in Dormitory 73B. Survive your flatmates and fight a political conspiracy that will challenge your ideological faith forever. And so did not want to learn too much. I just wanted to get like a first perspective, just be immersed in it. I do know eventually when this game comes out, I will be on the deep end of it, just like I was when I played Disco Elysium. And I will for sure make it a full series on the channel. So let's jump right in and see what this game is about. This is a pre-alpha build of Glasshouse developed over 3 years in spare time and without any funding. So it is still in progress. There are a lot of placeholders and a rough English localization. So again, this is still the playtest, so a lot of things will be changing. They have a YouTube channel, I believe, and so they do upload vlogs that you can follow as they work on the game. If you're interested in being part of giving feedback, I think you can join their Discord channel. And they often have survey and collect feedback on the storyline and different things in the game and how they can better build the game. So let's go in.
There's a spectre haunting the fiefdom of London stock. It's waiting for you to feast nature before it blooms in a dazzling explosion. This is your last day, Weald. And I am sorry for that.
Okay, what's your political compass? Political compass. The political compass shows your current political build. As you progress, you can spend points of view, POVs, in any of the 4 main ideologies. Anarchy automatically increases with your lowest ideology. Okay. Political checks. Your political bill shapes your dialogue options and how you interact with the world. It also affects combat. Okay. And so in ideologies, we've got feudocratism. And the description says, you fought for class equality, decentralization, and ultra democracy. In the end, you won, so you must preserve the status quo, reasonable socialist, anti-privatization or anti-privatization. Obviously, a lot of these you will pretty much guess what they would refer to. Politicism, you see society as a body, and your duty is to balance its organs. When one fails, all do. You heal thoughts. Sensible, serial doubter, unapologetic, woke. Okay. Confused criticism. You lost the war a long time ago. Even though you were right, you believe in free markets, the license to be wrong, and that capitalist society is the best option we've got left. Persuasive, smart negotiator, capitalist enforcer. And then colonialism. When you were young, you believed in words. Now you believe in acts. If the earth trembles before cultural dilution, you were the constant. History is written by settlers, aggressive, men of action, true conservative. And anarchism is you destroyed the machine with practical common sense and culture, then set fire to its blueprints. You are too smart to believe that democracy is freedom, submersive, collectivist, fourth wall breaker. Obviously, I think it said that like eventually anarchism continues. We have 7 points, so we do have, but incoherent is where we are currently. Okay, we have to point somewhere. Reasonable. We can't put point here, but reasonable. I like the trait of reasonable there. Sensible. Which one had the thinker? The negotiator I like. I like that one. Liar. Oh, these change. So this became a liar. I'm looking more at the traits that you can get. Liberal pyromancer. Because I like. And then we've got aggressive men of action. Not really there. Like the reasonable. I think because we're balanced, we're incoherent. The last point. Wonder where I want to put the last point. I want to focus more. I do like persuasive and smart negotiator just because of the premise of the game. So I might reasonable. I like being sensible, but I also like, I'm gonna put that, I'm fine if it's incoherent. What happens if I enemy of the fiefdom? Interesting. What happens if it's on this way? Ultra liberal. Okay. And then what happens if I put all of it there? It's still incoherent. Interesting. Oh, I think it's has to be for district representative. I'm not really there though. I'm gonna put 1 there. And then I think I'm gonna go there. Enemy of the fiefdom. I don't know if I want to be enemy of the fiefdom. I think I'm taking this too seriously, I feel like, in a way, because I think eventually I'm not even there at all. I do know we have some sort of battle, but I feel like I want to be with words. Enemy of the fiefdom. That's where I'm going. Vote N. Dialogues. Dialogues allow you to talk to people, examine objects, and explore the world. What you say or do will have lasting consequences. I'm assuming this is like similar to Disco, where you had the introspective sort of dialogues with objects and yourself. Um, Dialogues can be more than words depending on the situation. They can contain quick time events, puzzles, and resources. Some dialogues choices would be unavailable to you. You might need certain item or specific requirement. Okay, the director. There is a specter hunting the fiefdom of London's or Stock. Not sure. For a split second, Wealdmaer thought he had seen it, a real one. Sadly, it was nothing more than his own reflection. London's Stock, I'm going to Stock, has been locked down for 57 days. So I think we're in a quarantine of some sort. The mind grows parched when each day feels already lived. Okay, we can look outside the window. We think about the dream. Why do I feel like I'm late for something? Outside the window. Dozens of red-blue aeroglobes rose and flew above the London Stock skyline. The choir. The rich are fleeing. Wealdmaer. War is at on our doorstep. I think there's a typo. Maybe it's war is on our doorstep. Maybe that's what this is. The fiefdom is burning. Which side will you be on? Okay. We can't choose any of these. I think these are placeholders. I think these are also placeholders. I've got bigger fish to fry. We can think about the dream. I'm not sure what the dream is. You can't remember anything. You're off your nut. You feel guilty. You do. Why do I always feel guilty? I should tell the doctor to take the dose down a notch. Choose this one. You want to be remembered as one of the good guys. No one still really knows who the good guys are. Using medication? No, you're doing great. You're a laughing tiger. Okay, why do I feel like I'm late for something? You must feed the people. You're the deputy condo chief, Weald, remember? Keep a meal for Tim and you'll find the dormitory up in flames. We've got a journal update. Golly, am I the chief? Golly, am I the chief? This morning I feel as if I'm in someone else's body. We can go downstairs. So we've got HB, TH. Is that stamina potentially? Not sure. This is a journal. Oh, this deck is small. Your journal allows you to keep track of what has happened so far. Wealdmaer is lazy. He doesn't mark every progress in real time. Okay. Act 1. So a fist for fools. I must remember to retrieve the few ration from the restroom upstairs and see them conveyed to the apartments. So flat 29, Hildebrand. Flat 27 is Tim, we just mentioned him. 26, Argo and Isabel. 25, Siga. 24, McKenna. It is most probable that one or more comrades shall go without sustenance this day. A most singular prospect indeed. And then I think this is a political compass. Library. Your library contains all the documents, books, and various items you've collected over time. We haven't got any so far, so we'll close that bit. Choose that one. Is that your subtle way of telling us you don't remember where to get the rations? Restroom, second floor of your bloody shack. You're really broken, aren't you? Deputy Chief, and yes, you have been since the 21st cycle. About 17 cycles, Weald. Go down the stairs. Okay, I think he said second floor, restroom. Act 1. Basic movement. Welcome to the world of Glasshouse. Left click on the ground to move and start exploring your surroundings. This is similar to what is it called? I'm blanking. Rurale. You can interact with most things and people. Left click on any highlighted object to interact with it. Is it tab potentially? Yeah, to highlight. The world is full of interesting things. Use tab to highlight all interactable objects. Perfect. You can interact with everything. So we'll start interacting with some items. The director, good looks cage has been empty for 3 days. Has it got a bird? Sooner or later, everyone's abandons you. Reflect. Did I leave the cage open? I'll find my bird. Crows are sharp, sure, but they can't pick lock. He's got a crow. Okay. I've got side table here. Can't quite interact with it. Examine surface. On the bedside table, there was a glass of tap water and an empty bottle of medical opioids. Don't worry, Wild. They'll refresh us again later. Open the drawer. We've got a tally. Right now, we've got a multi-magnetic screwdriver, bandages. These double click to restore HP. Can be used in combat, and tally is that potentially currency. Okay. Got a desk. Crafting bench. So it's the bench. The crafting bench allows you to check your knowledge tab and craft items. The knowledge tab is a collection of all crafting recipes you know at the current time. Find your knowledge exploring, speaking to people, or trading to unlock new recipes. To craft an item, select its recipes from the knowledge tab. Make sure to have all the required materials with you, and then click craft item. I don't have any recipes currently, but we've got a naked photo. It can be used in combat to destabilize the cats. Someone's naked photo. Egg buff, pipe junk, sharp junk, wood junk, and onion. Okay. Got a locker. Got nails and sharp junk. So probably could be used for continue. We had like this box here. Examine box. A package from the Gavin industry. You won't be able to open it easily. Gavin Industry was famous for its formidable supplies of glue and adhesive tapes. One of the few privatized companies left in London stock. This is we're not able to do that one. But a wardrobe. There were about 20 work overalls hanging and only one evening suit. They say you can know a person by their wardrobe. Got a mirror. Damn, you look like crap today. Examine face. The wrinkle betray all 43 of your cycles on your shoulders. So you're 43. You've passed your youth down to the new generation. Move along. Nothing new to see here. Except for the mustache, of course. You've got a beautiful mustache. Examine your hips. Beer is accumulating on your hips, adding to your love handles, but they also highlight your cozy obliques. All in all, you look good for a terminal patient. So we've got a disease. Examine your throat. A thick black fog spreads around your heart. Behind the fog, there's a faint light. It's you. It's so shy. You could deny it, bend it, or even transform it. We can't select this one. I think maybe is that strength potentially. How will they remember me? If you're lucky, you're better than you were. Check your heart rate. You're no doctor. You're no doctor. You're just counting beats to show off. Okay. F you. I'm beautiful. Mirrors don't lie. Okay. This is highlighted differently. I think has got to have something inside. Undercover the Percivals. We'll double click to add in the library. Library updated. Right shelf. Romono murder at the dusk of the thesis. Done that. Leave. Got a bucket there. The usual sign of leaking pipes is reassuring. And that's the door to leave. We'll leave this for the last. Wealdmaer has already packed the bags in case of defeat. During the Kin Journal on the 36th day of Jumonath, in fact, all of the citizens of the Fief were urged to pack their bags in case of atomic conflict. Open left suitcase. We've got one in stock. COL +1. Not sure what that is. We can't pick it up. Oh, it's right click. Open left suitcase. Open right suitcase. You know what? I think I need to go in there. It's right click to pick up. Okay, now we've done it. I've already selected that one. Let's check this desk. Diamond surface. There was about 3 centimeters of dust spread over the entire surface. 3 centimeters of reasons to convince Eckberth not to visit this room. We've got a picture of that person naked. The Londoner, 33 Polymonath of the 2028 cycle. We'll double click to add that to the library. The jar was overflowing with ink pens. Every arc to fight district illiteracy, the factory would offer a pack of pens to all employees. However, there were always more pens than paper. The jar was stuck. Okay. Examine. It's not locked. It just seems like your beer was from yesterday has been completely absorbed by the wood. The middle moor was the land of the Barbie tree. Trees whose wood had extraordinary fireproof abilities to its high hydration properties. Great for preventing fires at work, terrible for furniture. Nothing we can potentially use. There's something in the milk jug. Shit. Literally feces packed into a large tin can. The sewage system of Winston was shut down in the 2003 cycle, following the Great Energy Crisis. Since then, citizens have been required to deliver their feces to the Fief to contribute to peat production. Pipe junk. We could probably add that to, what's it called? The potential desk. Let's do that. I think that's what I'm gonna do as well in the locker. Can I? And then I think we should check. Okay, so Hormono murder at the dusk of the thesis. The bodies were laid out in a row. That was possible for me to determine the time of death. The snow must have preserved them for days, if not quints, before the border DCB found them. Maid de Jacques Tectu, Inspector Mormano came to the thick, Doriland accented voice of that clean-faced Engeron. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Anything I don't know how to pronounce, I'm gonna put a French accent to it. I looked at him, calling him a comrade would have been a stretch. On the cover, the Percivals. My name is Ella. I come from the district of Edith, and I was embedded within the Percival Consortium for over 3 cycles during the transition between the 5th and 6th leaderships. First of all, let me say this, the legends aren't true. They are not a criminal organization made up of brothers, sisters, and cousins who all share the same name. Percival is a name one must earn, the noble title within a society that stands outside feudal law. I was once a Percival. This is a story of how I managed to bring down 7 brothers in what would later be known as the Great Fitzmonarth Raid. Got a newspaper. Yes, 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 yes. The people have spoken. The yes wins with over 73%. The Burgrave of Winston Tardis announces the King Journal the overwhelming victory. A united people is a strong faith. This victory proves the strength of the theocratic collective and fiercely rejects the liberal Kofofo threat. Okay. I think we've checked everything except for this. This is my stash. Your stash is a safe place to store and manage your items, resources. Anything you place here is shared across all stashes in the world. You can drag items manually or right click to quickly move them in between containers. Cool. All right, we are gonna just exit out and head outside. In Cascai, citizen of London Stock, you have nothing to fear. Those liberal pigs haven't got left long to live. Following the approval of the LMA referendum, the Damage Control Brigade, or the DCB, intensified its operation to the inner district. It will all be fine. The Lundox district will soon cease hostilities. The Kofopo's days are numbered. Oh, there was an election. They won by 72%, I believe. You're my bitch, you yellow punk. Got it. Egbert, we have a picture of them naked. Voice stack. Wield, help. He's trying to kill me. The director. Scene 7A. Egbert was beating Voice stack up in the living room. Egbert hands were dripping with blood and showed no sign of stopping. Irregularly at the office, clock in or run for it. I'm not gonna fight. No one answered. The air was thick with testosterone. Stop right now. Cannot get their attention. It doesn't seem to work, but good. I don't want to fight. I don't combat. In Glasshouse isn't Combat in Glasshouse isn't always about bloodshed. You can talk your opponent out of fighting or attack and give end to violence. Use items from your inventory to gain an advantage. Oh, we have a picture of him naked. Okay. But I want to use that. Use talk options to lower your opponent's threat. Oh, the TH is threat. The options available are influenced by your political build, and each one requires at least one POV to use. Target weak points, green. The higher your POV, the easier it is to damage your opponent's threat. Avoid strong points, red. You suffer threat damage equal to your opponent's POV. Okay. Each time you use a talk option, its dice decreases until it can no longer be used. At the start of each turn, any unused talk options dice are increased. Opponents react differently to each talk option based on their political build. Find their weak points green through dialogue or trial and error. Okay. We've got more health than him, but that's fine. Attempt to feudacrism. Approach with the age. Consequence unknown. Lower this approach dice. Increase all other approaches. That increases. Sensible. Submersive. That's unavailable to us. Persuasive. We're currently unsure. But we are really persuasive, so let's go with that and see what happens. Oh, was not good. Okay. Oop. So he's neutral there, so this is not an effective one. So we can... So my threat is not higher. Let's try sensible. Oh, it was red, wasn't it? This is not good. Ah. I don't think this is working. Hmm. So this is not a good one to do. Let's try a reasonable. Oh, that's effective. Oh, shoot. I did it too early. Ah, these are the time one. So this is like a reasonable one. So I'm going to attempt that again. Whoa, that was a critical one. Not good. Should I just attack at this point? Can I? I'm just gonna heal myself, honestly. Can't talk. Let's try attacking. It's a 1. Of course it's a 1. Oh, thank goodness it's a 1. Think I can counter this one? Oh, it's a 6. It's a critical. That was interesting. I think I got the hang of it. But the talk didn't work. So, I think I was confused with the talk. That to figure out which one worked. So he's a more of a reasonable guy because of his political view. So now we know. So keep that in mind. Bloody Veil, Dustcoat, did you kill him? He's not dead. Whoever said that the power of speech wounds more than the sword clearly hadn't accounted for Wealdmaer. Nah, he'll be alright. I was better off. I was better off before, but cheers for the help. The high doesn't last long. Better see if he's okay. Oh, we got things we have to check out in the room. He's fine. Examine the monument to your triumph. You're right, brother. Okay. I am actually just gonna examine the room in case we need bandages or something. Wait. His bitter gaze could only be understood by someone who had known betrayal before. You've chosen the art of war somewhere in a lavish northern parlor. A figure chuckles with satisfaction. You sided with Voice and your brother will not forget it. Well, how was I supposed to know? I don't know our relations. Vortex favorite chair. Relax. There's still hope. Oh, I'm gonna leave. I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. Continue. There's blood on the lemon. Oh, I have to double click to add to my library. I forgot. Honey, bring me back to the mall. Slowly losing it. I think we can play that potentially. Examine a refined phonetic dynamics MK2, a masterpiece of engineering and mechanical precision. It belongs to Dormitory. Don't get used to it. Honey, let's play that one. Today's vortex cleaning shift, don't worry. Examine. Introduced into production toward the end of the 1700 cycle, the pneumatic postal systems help bridge distances and unite the people of the great cities. The PPTS communicated exclusively within the building itself. During the rifle strike, the proved essential in secretly coordinating the new youth towards the theocratic coup. Mail, there's a message from Flat 26 and at 16:38 yesterday. Voice tech, I'll stop by tomorrow morning at around 4. We'll read the last chapter of Moles in Uniform. Okay. Okay. This is highlighted in yellow. Okay, let's check on him. Blood on his face, joint between his lips. He seemed pleased with himself. All good. I think he broke my nose. I need a smoke. What were you fighting over? I kindly tried to express my disapproval of the referendum, and he started saying racist shit like that we F our sisters where we come from. Classics. Ekbuff. His name is it's hard to say. He's an idiot, you know that. An idiot you defend far too often. Dusko took it from me. Broke inside a long time ago. I'm not gonna say that. Need a hen getting up? Nah, let me chill here for a bit longer. Don't make it any harder. Whatever. I think that's a stash. Yeah, that's a stash. Firewood is running out. The fire dance started starving. Your flesh can barely feel it. I'll forget you eventually. The guy slided. That was funny. We can enter this room. Got a plant there. As a green Tom, you and Egbert would have massacred everything. So voice tech apparently like plants. So I'm not gonna take the onion. We did not interact with this one. This program may contain explicit references and is intended for an adult audience. It is not suitable for anyone under 16 cycles. Comrade, this is Copper Jack speaking from Sebrum Tower. My goodness, I have no words, comrades. If it didn't exist, we would have to invent it. Obviously talking about Margrave Delvin, who from today we're calling the reasonable radical. Keep listening. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading fast with my eyes. Of course, you party fools. What did the moderate Margrave vote for? District rearmament. Okay. I'm blaming. No, listen, comrades, you said it's colleague fault that it doesn't. What the hell does she need to do? The highest frequency across the middle. More stay safe in this dark, we will win. Okay. Let's go upstairs. Oh, we had picked up T-base between old and new wave. Melancholy turn into joy, an act of resistance against the hollow gap. If the old wave embodied passive acceptance of death, the new wave rejects anything that cannot be celebrated or lived through one's own skin. More than that, it is a form of education, a reclaiming of collective identity meant to transcend death. Mark Hannon, the first revolutionary. The right of peoples to self-determination includes the right to their own state. However, the founding of a state does not increase a people's freedom. Ermak opens his book Theocratic Thought of the 1806 cycle with these words, unaware that just a few cycles later he would inspire global revolution. Denationalization and Decentralization, Volume 11. At the dusk of the vigorous epoch, one last war struck the Middle Moor, the Holy War. Truthfully, the reasons behind it were rather absurd. During the 100th Festival of the Liberation from Wealdmaer, Obermann, Jacques of Strome, with the blessing of the Jesuite, Vicar of Doyle, Remy of Jesok, invited the Obermann of the two historic rival nations, Baldenile and Scott Yard, to witness the Holy Parade as a gesture of peace and goodwill. A week after the invitations were sent, two wicker parcels with silver tags were delivered to the gate of the Golden Manor of the Doylan ruler. When Jacques opened them, he found the worst of indignities: two pieces of solidified shit. The darker one bore the signature of London Stock. The grayish one was marked by Egg Mouth. That was funny, actually. Can we check out? We've got lockers to check out. We'll take these. Continue. These as well. A wardrobe full of women's work uniform. After 17 cycle, the smell remains, as does the pain. Pain of what? Barely malty. Okay. Oh, bottom shelf empty. I wish you could look at the window. Emily referendum invitation to Green Citizen. Lockpick. That's a knowledge book. So new knowledge have been discovered. Library. The LMA referendum. Citizens with green pass. Faith, we need your help. With this missive, we officially announce the start of voting for the MLA popular referendum. A yes vote guarantees military equipment for the defense of the inner districts, with a no vote while a no vote guarantees the maintenance of the current state. The Great Feudal Council promises not to influence a choice that belongs solely and exclusively to the people. Remember that DCB vassals will come to collect your ballots in 5 days. Happy democracy to you all. I believe we received what was it? One of the books. But that was the radio. Okay. Little train, that's the restroom. Oh, that's where we have to actually go to get whatever we needed. The map. The planet of fantasy. The irrefutable proof that we live on a sphere. That's why Voice Tech placed it in front of his room. There's a series of invoices from the 1827th cycle addressed to Mazoni's butchery, the past life of this building. Okay, leave. Won't go to that door. Not sure what's there yet. Let's go. That's where we need to go. Why did it snap? To screw the storage room handle in properly. The brass handle plate rests gently on 4M3 screws. Nothing a multi-magnetic screwdriver can't handle. Oh. Okay. I know why I missed that timing. I was not expecting it to be twice. Oh, the angle will change. That's pretty cool. At the end of every quint, the DCB delivers rations to. Is that hour? What else? What time frame is that? To the people of Ludon stock. A week. No, I think they did say week. And I know what month is. What is quint? Quarter? I don't know. Every quint the ration gets smaller the people were hungry. 6 ration parcel and 5 apartments left. 7 tenants to be fed. But the bloody deputy condo chief who will go hungry today. Yikes. We have to choose who goes hungry. That's tough. It never worked. For to bathe on the roof with rain water, limescale and hair everywhere. And how can you be the leader of all of us if you can't even manage your own bathroom? That's the radio. And then that's the no interaction available, but I'll liar. Okay. So flat 29, we need to go to Hildebrand and give them their ration. Okay, it's locked. Reflect on your frustration. If everything belongs to everyone, then you have the right to enter his room. Oh, that's his room. To pick lock his door. We can't pick lock his door. That's fine. Oh, that's for 6 room. He's an artist. That's clue. That's new. Oh, we did not examine. No, we did. Voice text little brother. The brushstrokes were subdued, full of respect. Davestan, his hometown. The brushstrokes were fleeting, almost resentful. Voice text father were harsh, especially around the sides where the belt hinged tight. An opinion on his taste. Progressives, anarchists, woke. Hard to tell. There's literally a bit of everything. Don't be afraid of culture. Knowledge joint. Okay, we got a knowledge there. The vessel of Devereux. Burdensome philosophy. Got more books. That's a radio. You stand before the source of chaos. The camera writers stirs the masses and lives beyond onion pills. Rolling paper. That's well, we don't have to take it, so illegal. Strictly, I'm not gonna steal. Okay, that was his room. Voice text room. So let's head downstairs. And then let's put this in our stash, these things. I could go back and get that paper. Should I just go back and get it actually? Yeah, let's do that. We don't know where we might need it. So how do we increase our threat, I reckon? How do we increase our threat? I don't think it says that yet. I'm gonna put that in there. Not implemented. I don't know what that means. Is it something we can't use yet in the game? Let's check in on these dudes. On the floor. Okay. Wasn't there no wasn't there a door? There was a door here actually. Oh, we had a couple more books. That's volume 7 of the other book that we had read. In 1640th cycle, 80% of the Middle Moor was under the control of Altamor's occupation forces, with the fief of Lonvon in Ekenborough standing as the last bastions of resistance. Meanwhile, in the occupied kingdom of Doyle, the absence of a monarch for over 40 cycles had sparked what did I just lose? A popular religious movement that saw an merge of Levelier, the long-awaited answer to the invaders. Okay. The holy... What? when I scroll down, I don't know. I'm by the Savior earning the title of not long after obsessed. It skipped a sentence there. So the vessel of de Vereux. After all these cycles, I found her unrecognizable, worn down, abandoned to the injuries of time. How could I have left behind such an essential part of my very being? The kill was lost, shattered beyond repair, and yet there was still grace in her bent form, dignity in her ribs of marble and iron. In her, I saw not an end, but the beginning of a rebirth, a new perspective to ennoble decay, to redeem warned. I rebuilt her in her own image, the same ribs, yes, but a new heart. Forge not from vanity, forge not from vanity, but from memory. And with horror, I realized the sea beneath her was still the same as before. Burdensome philosophy, io prossimo. Um, Once I was convinced that my existence concealed a deeper principle, an immutable and secret core lying at the heart of my being. Such belief held me captive, like a faint flame encased in a glass lantern, through which the globe spun around me in ever more frantic motion, dragging me toward a dark and inescapable end. But there came a day, perhaps by revelation or weariness, when that illusion shattered. But there was a okay, the invisible walls dissolve like mist before the light of the thesis, and I understood that there was no core, no fixed self to guard or fear. Since then, no longer channeled along a path decreed by gods I do not know, I walk in the open air of being, like one who, waking from a long dream, finds himself at last a part of the mole, no longer a spectator behind glass. This one was weird. It's so weird. Okay. Oh, no. So let's look back. Okay, 29, 27, 20. So 24, not 28. 24 to 29, skipping 28. What's over here? Tim. Oh, we were supposed to give food to Tim, correct? Yeah, that's flat 27. Perfect. Tim has had a fast metabolism. He could think of nothing else except fattening himself up. Furthermore, he loved to peer through the people in the door, a voyeur, a gossip would say. Oi, Big T, what's the story? I finally managed to sleep in peace until you started trading punches? Exactly. Your deputy condo chiefs sort them out. But the ration, listen, comrade, today I really don't feel well. I just skin and bone. Could you give me 2? I can give you 15 tallies. Take the bribe, become a real leader. Nope. Can I give you 1, buddy? Sorry. May Juno be with you, comrade. Team won't forget this. I can't give you 2. How can a well be harpooned if it never surfaces? The Kofopo short for cohesive force power, is a nation with blurred borders, a continent in motion from west to east, at least according to the Unionists, to the now defunct Committee of Regulators. However, it is an interfeudal alliance made of 57 stained fiefdoms, republics guilty of state conglomeration. The productive incapacity of the smaller fiefs had become a sinister banner of the past, a liberal I don't like how it goes down. A liberal hemorrhage threatening to drag us back to 100 cycles. Had the Committee of Regulators not been overthrown for greed and individualism, none of this would have ever happened. Good. So we give food to Tim. We had 6 ration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Wait, so flat 26. I know. Let's go downstairs. So Siga and McKenna. Siga and McKenna are going. Isabel should be downstairs. Oh. I'm not. What is happening? You okay? Are we okay? A death at work is nobler than one at the edge of a bed. Rest is for those who have already given, and you, our dear world, still have far too much to do. Time you are basically I'm right in line with the average. Just another negative entry on the last page of the cycle's feudal demographic report. What's in that one? Off junk alley. What is that? Algo was supposed to fix the leaks last squint. Knock. Siga. Who is it? Siga, lady of glass. She believed herself to be made of glass, was scared of shattering. To keep her hands together, she had the habit of sinking methamphetamine cocktails on doctor's orders, of course. The walls were creaking last night. It wasn't the wind. You're talking about apartment 26? I looked behind the wallpaper. There was nothing there. You understand? Are you seeing the walls fell? The Argos pipe go all the way underground where God is. Since when did they move God to the lower floors? Of course, I have seen it. I have seen to that. You have your bricks replaced. Okay, about the rations. Coagulant to give me. I finished my meds and need more glue. We have glue, don't we? I don't need to steal it. We have glue. Okay. We technically have glue, but Okay. No answer. No crying, no family fight, only Carolyn carrying out playing the notes of honey, bring me back to the heat. You should tell McKenna, the real authority. I have to deliver 3 rations? Whose number is that? Why do I have to deliver 3 rations there? Is that McKenna? So we gave food to Siga, right? And Tim. Well, they didn't come to the door. So why do I have to give them food? Wait. Actually, no, go back. Let's go down to the other floor. That's crazy. That's 26. Who's 26? That's Argo and Isabel. They did not answer. So what do I do? We got 4 rations left. Oh, that's I should have had this and that could have destabilized. I think if I replay it, that's what I'm gonna do in my second play. Is I'm gonna use that just to see what would happen if I just had the picture on hand. Salmon. Similar. Oh, we can send messages there. A replica of the white flag raised by the deaf nation of Boldenile. Salmon. During the 1828 assault on government palace, President Alphonse was caught with his pants down and a white flag in the wind. Every dormitory owned a replica of the nation's surrender. Got rats here. Not good. The feces are ready to be sent to the feudal energy department. These feces or coals. Salmon. Read the sign. Access restricted to the feudal operators. Okay. Let's put these in there. So who's in number 24? McKenna. So we gave food to Siga and Tim. This is McKenna. Knock. Will, is that you? Oi. What are you daft cold fish for? Get in. The first person who invited us in. McKenna stores the dormitory complaints on this nightstand. Almost all of them were written by Egbert and Tim. Who's McKenna? She did low or something? I don't like that. Canella, McKenna's sister, she left us 7 cycles ago because of the pitch black. You have the right to have a remembrance altar of your own. Remembrance. Okay, someone looks like McKenna. All right, buddy. I don't get it. Now you can't help but notice she produces more than you. That's hilarious. and Godwin, your father, our father. Oh, is McKenna our stepmom? Looks like McKenna. Okay. We get a point. Wonder. I'm actually gonna put a point here. Okay, so she's the chief. Her advanced cycles made her a role model for the district community. Once a close friend of Godwin, Wealdmaer's father, McKenna grew to become a mother figure to the deputy condo chief. Chief, all good. What was that chaos on the upper floors? Don't tell me they beat each other up again. Looks more tired than usual. It's all under control. Emma will be here for tea very soon. I don't want problems. Understood. We must be a model in dormitory or forget those extra rations. Good. They're approved. Good. We need all the weapons we can get unless we fancy ending up like the other fiefdoms. How could you say such a thing? Oh, boy. Let me see. You think we'll win? Okay. Well, we've given her her ration. We have 3 left. So we have Hildebrand to give food to, and they're in flat 29. Hands up where I can see them. I am not selling my house. You got that? Godwin is my father and I am his son. Oh boy, this is not going. He died an honorable death, burned at the stake. He led the rifle strike to the royal palace in 1828. Sure about that. Hildebrand is pretty sure his rifle can still fire. I'm here to give you a ration. He just... do I have to? No, I'm not doing that. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. What is this place? What stirs your flesh? What is the ultimate inspiration behind the dance of her bones? Do not be shy. Have your passes free. Your past is free from judgment and non-existent, just like your future. What I have done for glory. What I have done for fear. What I have done for love. I have done for glory. If power is the coin of mortals here, there is only death for you. What is this place? After the applause, the lights resign themselves quietly, the drapes fall, and no one knows what happened next. The relationship between spectator and actor is unfair. You can be art or you can be feast upon it. I think it's you can feast upon it. I don't know why I put the B there. Your performance was mediocre, yet no one will live with an empty stomach. You deserve to see what lies beyond. Behind the curtains, the sky has fallen and you are the brightest star. You may leave to the back or believe that perseverance might improve this performance of yours. Oh, can we try the scene? Okay. 1. Okay. Well, we know it can fire. I don't know if I'm gonna step forward. What if I don't know if I should make a run for that. We can select these options. What happened if I with that toy gun you couldn't even conquer a tavern. Good choice, little soldier. That was crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe that's what we had to do. This man is insane. Junior of non-worker martyr and pillar of the working class. May the hollow gap be kind to you. Fitzroy, fearless shield, father and pillar of the military class. May the hollow gap be kind to you. Poliana, the magnanimous mother and pillar of the bourgeois class. May the hollow gap be kind to you. Leighton, the inventor, father and pillar of the developer class. May the hollow be kind to you. Devroy, the professor, father and pillar of the middle class. May the hollow gap be kind to you. That was insane. Absolutely insane. This dude. The sky over the Edith district cold and tumultuous. Hildebrand served on the border with toil for over 12 cycles. And we entering his place still? I don't know if we should be in here. Honestly. There's a death scroll on the pen. Radio frequency. We'll have to say we're surprised, but I'm snooping because I can, bro. In another life, you shot me, so keeping watch over the neighborhood, professional deformation, observe the horizon. Yellow. Flower of native to the western lands, birthplace of the Confederated dot. So you're telling me they're fighting here east of the globe for a flower from the west? Smells like cultural appropriation to me. Observe Dormitory 71A. Beauregard isn't grilling onions. Strange. The morning scent of Beauregard's Grill's sweat was legendary. Observe the statue of Juno. The imposing statue of Juno had watch over all Winston for more than 150 cycles. That day, however, her face was veiled in smoke from the warring district. She can't see us today. Observe the streets of Winston. The streets were nearly deserted. They seemed to have lost all purpose. Look at those DCB vassals laughing down there in a Gunther's Emporium. Now they are free to piss wherever they want. Happening in the Londons to trust me, young men. Take up arms. The liberals are coming. Is your freaking all good? Boy, youngster, is it you? Hunting copper. My head is exploding. You scared me. Well, at least I'm more vigorous than my bloody pecker. Don't worry, everything's all right. Of course, did you know that when they pray, they amputate their left arm and regarding the rations. Okay. I ought to pay a call on flat 26 by this hour. Argo should have been awake for quite some time. Okay, we need to go. But I also, before we do that, I want to check on that's our flat. Oh, this man is off the floor. What do you think about the LMA referendum? What happened to the London district of the great and it must never happen again, mark my words. What have you been reading lately? Faded Camera, Sigmir by Jamie. Have you seen my bird? Okay. Pum, pum, pum. Should we try to see if we can get in his thing? Since we oh, this guy is up as well. Let's see if we have a new interaction. Have you seen my bird? Uniformed more with Argo. But hey. Okay. So what did you vote? My vote is private. I don't even know if my character did vote. Can't pick locket. But we did have glue. I just don't know if it's something we do later. We do have glue. But I don't think we should, because that's an actual thing. Mission that we were given. So let's just head down and check on the... Oh, the door is ajar. Door's open. Inspect the lock. The lock had been completely picked. Has Argo lost his keys again? I don't like the look of this. Your mustache is vibrating, drunk with curiosity. Enter. Been updated. Where are the Argos? We got blood. Trace of blood. It leads towards the bedroom. Dude. Why would I lick it? No. Well done, detective. It was an option. We licked it. That's really gross. No signal. Let's check to see if any mail was sent to them. The thermometer reads 2 degrees. Wasn't heated last night, so wouldn't that mean there was no one here last night? Turn over. There are bloodied fingerprints along the edge of the table. Whatever happened, it looks like it started here. This doesn't bode well, Weald. We're going away from this scene. It won't budge. Examine. Seems locked. So that part of the room is locked. Edgar's stroller. What's that look? Don't you like kids? Yes. Would have never worked with Hester. Oh. But Jocasta on the other hand. Salmon, bread, onions, and a half empty can of beans. The kettle holds cold tea. Okay. That's our... Salmon. Check mail. There's a message from apartment 28. Sent at 15:29 yesterday evening. Hey, old man, I need you. Things are going soft over here. Okay, let's enter. Don't like this. I'm in bookshelf. The bookshelf was ever thrown underground. Were they looking for a hidden compartment or a secret door? What's the difference between reason and conspiracy thinking? Examine the floor. Moles in uniform. We won't go on the bed yet. Examine surface, a cup of tea, and a commissar. Mona Manova sat on the Argo and Voistick were obsessed with crime novels. During the lockdown, they started making concept maps to solve the murder before the protagonist did. Open drawer. There's a key. The maintenance wardrobe. Key. The baby's not there. Check under the pillow. Got money. Do the mattress. Examine post-it. There's a post-it note yelling, fix the ventilation fan. We can hear all your crap from the bathroom. It's locked. Got a crowbar. I think we can probably use the crowbar. Can we use the... Okay. Let's look from the other side. That's fine. Okay, let's... That night, Argo and Isabel went to sleep not knowing it would be their last. Wealdmaer clench his fist. That's a typo there. Inspect Argo. Inspect the bed sheets. Argo and Isabel had been wrapped precisely and meticulously in the bed sheets. Seemed more like her burial than a crime scene. They did not die in bed. I don't think so, because there's blood in the other room. What was that crazy woman saying? That the bricks were creaking, right? Something about the bites that take you to God. May I have a witness? Now say out loud and listen to yourself. Our witness is someone who thinks she made of glass. What? Let's see if it... Oh no. Inspect Argo. Two things were for certain. Argo was dead and Wealdmaer had no clue where to begin. Let's look at the head. Eyes wide open, well-defined veins around the iris. Rigor mortis kept the mouth frozen in eternal and silent scream. An ocean of blood from the lips to the neck. Clean the neck. Scratches all over, not enough to explain the exorbitant amount of blood. Self-inflicted. Chest flaccid like a balloon. Underneath the pubic jungle on the chest, violent chromatisms, no sign of physical violence. Limbs, light abrasions on arms and legs, high concentration of blood in the hand and penis. A more careful look, however, revealed a mysterious cut that had scarred on the right brachial muscles in the forearm. We are men, we love talking about our scars. Why did I hide it? Isabel beat him. Touch his penis. Okay. Curiosity. Okay. Back. Inspect Isabel. Even her corpse even her corpse even her corpse is charming. Stop those intrusive thoughts. Doesn't that mean she was, what's it called? Coagulated blood typically mean like strangulation potentially, but without any sign of physical violence. Chest, contusion on the hips, very obvious spark marks in erogenous zone, and a recent death. Oh gosh. Oh. Limbs, no mortal wound on the arms and legs. The hands displayed a large quantity of blood, localized above all in the fingertips. Skin residue underneath the fingernails. On the right thigh, a few shy love bites. There are no visible wounds, and the blood comes from those orifices. No blood instruments or forearms were used. The blood relieved their body. Can't see any yellow boils, but they are bleeding from the arsenic poison. Self-combustion. Perhaps we should humbly take a step back and return to assembling pipes. Let me see. We did say poison. Consequences. We'll deliver next Russians tonight. What will you say when they find the corpses? Oh my gosh. Exactly. Why did we not hear him cry this morning? A serious feeling of doubt spanned the length of Wealdmaer's spine. Isn't that the other room? We still have the crowbar. It's like I can't really. In the other room? My question is. Examine. See how you want to go outside, you want to see where it leads. But everyone is a claw. Where are yours? Use the crowbar, press passage, unlock, enter. Oh, that's how we get in. Oh, someone is in there. Leaving no survivors, a disaster. Whoa. No! I want to know more. Why did it have to end here? I have questions. Who is that? Who is it? No. What a cliffhanger. This was so good. I want to know more. I'm actually gonna I think I'm gonna replay it. I'm gonna replay the opening scene just because I have Egg's birth. I think that's how you say his name, his picture. I failed to pick it up from the case early on because I think we can use it because this is a naked picture. I think you can use it during the battle. See what it would look like if you were to utilize his naked picture, if maybe there is like a different potential like ending or potential result of the fight there. But this was so good. I'm gonna let the credit roll and see what happens after, but animations were good. I love the cutscene. That cliffhanger was a really good one. I want more. The music is fantastic as well. I'm sure they will eventually have more playtests as more of the game is being developed and as they make more changes from feedback that they receive. And so I would say, obviously, add it to your wish list on Steam. I will put the information of the game in the description box below for you to check it out, to keep an eye on it if you're interested in the game. Again, Like I said in the beginning of the game, as the dev also mentioned, if you are a fan of Disco Elysium or Pathologic, I think you would probably enjoy this game as well. So definitely recommend this game to those who are a fan of those games. Well, my biggest takeaways of this game from playing it, I think definitely the character building, as it focuses on your choosing not yours, but choosing a political ideology or ideologies. Granted, I would like it to focus on one versus a bunch, because I think it would be better to have some sort of internal conflict as you maneuver into the world itself. But it is a different take. If you think back on Disco Elysium, the political world of that of the town was definitely a big part of the story, as you discover the history of the town and in the sense of a lot of the characters. It was a major part of it, and you often had to internalize those ideologies and decide whether you would align with them or not. And it did gave you some traits or skills that will enable you to accomplish some task. And so I think this game is building upon that. And so it is a fresh take, I would say. I think in terms of the combat mechanics, I don't really have much to say. I won't be too critical of it because I know it's still being worked on. My only feedback is that I think the explanations need to be definitely worked on. It was very confusing reading them. I think as I played it, especially in my next playthrough, it felt more organic and I understood a little bit more. But reading out the instructions was quite confusing. And so I'm sure it'll get better as more people play it and give feedback on how it should, or they think it should work out. But yeah, that's just my take on it. Beside that, I don't care much. I think I'll probably focus more on the talk version to de-escalate the situation. I think that's more refreshing and more interesting than just attacking. And so I'll probably try to use that more when I do play the game. So yeah, that's just my perspective on it. And also the murders. I love a good mystery. I love a good detective game. So I am interested. I am pretty intrigued into the person who is potentially the culprit. I won't say it's probably an open shut case. I'm sure there's more to it than just a person holding the baby in the bathtub. And so I am intrigued to see what happens next. Definitely a game I'll keep an eye on. Definitely a game I will be playing when it's released. And so I will, for sure, I look forward to where it goes, and I look forward to playing it when it comes out. It will definitely be a full series on my channel. So again, information about the dev, their channel, the YouTube channel, the Discord page, and anything related to the game will be in the description box below for you to check out. Until then, see you in the next one.